Okay, well, hopefully everybody can hear me okay. We didn't have music from my intro music. I don't know what happened there, but normally we hear some great jazz from Shamar Allen coming in. I can just kind of fake it like it went like this. Ba-ba-da, ba-da-na-na, na-na-na, na-na-na. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wish you had heard it. Welcome to another episode of Something Up My Sleeve, where we ask magicians the question, what is up your sleeve? And we get some interesting answers. We already have, actually, because we started by talking about pets. So we'll maybe see what kind of pets some of these magicians have up their sleeves. Now you can tell behind me, this is the poster for the IBM Houston 2025, which was such a blast. What a crazy experience. And that's actually what we're going to mainly discuss with some of our guests who were there and were part of it. So I'm going to bring them up, but first we'll ask them about their pets. Let's kick it off with that. So welcome again, everybody, and let me bring some cool people up to the stage. Starting with, how about the competition chairman who had to take on hosting the competition event, which cannot be easy, and apparently their first year doing it. Welcome, Keith Fields and Lady Sarah, some of my favorite people coming in from somewhere around Detroit. Welcome, everybody. Oh, and with the cat, indeed, I love it.
We were
Hi,
wondering if
welcome.
you were chairmen or chair people, so we were just wondering if we should correct you or political correctness or not.
Wait. So no, correct me. What was the?
Are we chair people?
We're
Chair people. Oh, you're chair people. What? Yeah.
I don't know.
We just chair.
I mean, I don't know if I would refer to you as people. Your chair. Let's say chair magi, because yeah, you're not regular people. So the chair magi of the contest in which you've just taken over. So welcome. Before we get into your pet, I'm going to welcome some more people here, and we have some interesting pets to talk about because we have Gino and Anya, who have broken into the Rio somehow and took two of Teller's fish. So there you have two of Teller's goldfish that somehow they got a hold of, and hopefully he doesn't need them tonight. I have no idea why they have fish, but that's an amazing thing up your sleeve, all the way from the Magic Castle. And no, they're not in grade school. Although I mean, look, they only look that young because they're wizards. They're actually both well into their hundreds. From the Magic Castle. Welcome, Gino. Welcome, Anya. So glad you could be here. Welcome
Thanks for having us.
My sleeve. And we also have we have many different perspectives on the convention, and one of the star performers that everybody was raving about, who it was actually her first time at IBM. I mean, what a great first time to like just kick it off and own the stage. Welcome all the way from, I believe, from Los Angeles, Sean Rayvon Wilson.
Yay.
Yay, star performer. Welcome, everybody, with the bunny. All right, so Sean, let's start with you, then we'll go to the fish. What is your bunny's name?
His name is Bunny.
His name is Bunny. That is so clever. Well, how much time did you spend on that one? Did you write it down like you had a list?
So I did not name him. He was my uncle's rabbit first. So Greg rescued him, and then used him in magic shows. And now he's retired, so now he lives with me and Nani.
So your uncle was a magician?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So instead of showing you the 21 card trick, he gave you a rabbit. That's a much cooler uncle. Everybody needs an uncle like that.
Oh yes.
Excellent. Okay, so a bunny named Bunny, and what did you guys? What's the fish name?
They're neither of ours. There's someone else who's performing here in the parlor that Anya is sharing a dressing room with. What are their names?
I know the one's name is Dave, and I think the other one's nameless because it was replaced a few days ago.
Oh, okay. So it's like, why name the fish? Yeah, why bother? Why get attached? Okay. Dave's gonna hang in there, but the other one, like, what do we like? Why do we bother? Let's just call it a fish.
His name's Nemo.
Three.
Well, I think if we have a bunny named Bunny, we could have a fish named Fish.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I mean, somebody we consider a genius, right? Young Sheldon, didn't he name his fish Cooper? If you watch Young Sheldon, he's supposed to be a genius. So Fish is apparently a great name. I'd love to know the history of Dave. I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever named a fish Dave, so that's interesting.
We need Aiden. Where's Aiden?
I have no idea. He's running around.
I want to know
somewhere.
the act. How much room do you have in there? Like, you guys are backstage behind the parlor of prestidigitation?
Yeah, the curtain's like right there. The stage is like if we open up this curtain and
Okay.
let me pick you up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's quite a little tiny, but like enough space for like one person to perform.
Okay. That's where I'll be in September. I've never been back in that area to see like what's going on.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you're both performing at the castle now. I mean, right now. Like, we'll make sure there's no, peek out. Make sure there's no audience. Make sure you saw there's nobody there, right? Okay, you're good.
Oh, it's packed.
Oh,
it's packed. I don't want to hold you up. No. So okay, tell us about what you're doing at the castle.
Okay, so I'm doing parlor set at the castle. All new materials, so that's very fun. And I decided that my first time ever doing manipulation in front of an audience is gonna be at the castle. So because that makes sense, right?
Hang on, new material. I thought because Anya was just at SAM and then at IBM and helped me with my stage act, which was absolutely crazy. She competed in close-up magic. At SAM, she didn't even compete, and they still gave her an award anyway. I don't know what that's about. Like, she's not even in the contest, and she walks out of the banquet with a plaque. I was like, oh, good for you. So, yeah, always jealous of Anya. They just give her stuff. They just give her awards. She's even have to, so, and she told me, she said that the whole time she was practicing for the castle. So I thought you were practicing those competitions were just practice for the castle, but now you're saying it's all new material?
Yes.
Okay, so you just changed it up?
No, it was just what I meant by practicing for the castle was just getting into the rhythm of performing again.
Oh yeah, okay, getting used to looking out the curtain and seeing an audience there.
Yes. Instead of just my dad.
You gotta get the hang of it. Sure. All right, and Gino, what are you doing there?
Yeah, starting tomorrow through Sunday, I'll be in the early close-up slot in the close-up gallery. Half of it's the same as what I've done here before, and then half of it's new. So fun to try out some new stuff for some live audiences and get some reps.
And the audiences there are amazing because everybody's there pumped to watch magic. It's like the only time they're heckling you is because they were just drinking too much, because everybody's just so into it, and that's really what you want. We love having venues that feature magicians, and someone that actually has a venue to feature magicians is the Magic Soiree, and that is starring Lady Sarah and Keith Fields, who are not only our competition directors, but are or what do we say, magi, whatever the term is, the politically correct term for a magician who's running who's organizing something. But they also run the Magic Soiree. But let's not forget about the cat, because we didn't introduce the cat.
The cat's gone. That was Martu.
That was it. Yeah, he had enough. He was like, I did my part.
He goes, I really don't like magic, and he wandered off. So.
Yeah. But on the name of animals, I've got a tortoise in England, and we've called him Tort.
You have a tortoise in England. Is that like having a timeshare in Detroit? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, how do you take care of your turtle if he's all the way?
He's not a turtle. He's a tortoise.
Sorry. Well, what am I saying? Like, you just told me there's an obvious difference, and I know exactly what it is. Hey Siri, what's the difference between a tortoise and a turtle?
One swims and one doesn't.
The other drowns.
I want to know.
Can you hear it? Oh, it said, yeah, the difference is where they live. It has nothing to do with who they are. It's where they live. So tortoises live exclusively in England. So that's the difference. So anywhere else in the world, it's a turtle. Same animal, but if it's in England, it's a tortoise. There's no difference at all. It just depends on their zip code. So it's all about where they get their mail delivered, which it doesn't make sense because their home is on their back. So it shouldn't matter where they live because they can take they're nomads.
Gino, did you do any of your competition act in your close-up?
No, I'm not, because it's so not practical for the castle. Otherwise, I would.
Okay. And Anya, have you done any of your competition act?
Last year I did my cups and balls at the castle, but this year all new stuff.
All new stuff. Nobody's practiced but it makes sense what Gino said. Like, sometimes the act that you're putting together artistically, well, we have a perfect example of a very impractical act that Anya helped me with, but sometimes it's not practical at all, but we're doing this specifically for the art of it and for the sake of the specific audience that we have. Now, we were all relieved to know that Sean Rayvon wasn't in the competition, because you performed right before the stage competition. So everyone thought you were backstage and you were one of the competitors, but were you relaxed back there as just a performer, more so than you think than the people that were competing?
Of course
or
not.
You were nervous because
I
there's a
was
bunch of magicians?
Yeah, of course I'm nervous, you know.
So you had a lot of really interesting. I would say that she qualifies as the juggler at the Magic convention. We didn't have a juggler, right? And everybody always loves the juggler. Who's always the best? It's the juggler at the Magic convention because we're seeing something unique and different. And we were watching from backstage on the monitors. And I remember I'm sitting next to those of you that know Panda, who also helped me with the act. He's sitting there and they basically were tripping. We're seeing these light up hula hoops going all over the screen, and we're just like, wow. And in a sense, that was cool because it kind of relaxed us because we're just like zoned in on this like hypnotic, these visuals. But she's on stage swinging these things around and everybody went nuts. The crowd absolutely loved it. So tell us a little bit about, was that what you decided to do like initially, or did you say like, these are all magicians, they don't want to see a card trick, I'm gonna hoop it?
No, when Ben contacted me, he told me specifically, he's like, I really like to bring something different, and I know you do variety stuff. So yeah, so I was like, all right, well, I'll bring my hula hoops. Yeah.
Excellent. And a lot of, I mean, it's really obvious the skill involved when people are looking at it going, I know I can't do that. Yeah, amazing stuff.
We might be able to do that. You know, we might be.
I can see you doing it. No, not but the average people. You know, not Keith, of course. We know. We know you.
Backstage are blown away by the lights and the spectacle.
I was really frustrated that I couldn't see it from the front actually, because it was one of the acts I wanted to see. But
yeah, well, that was your fault.
I had a job.
That's why I do it. I do it for the lights too. Like that same like trance, you know, like state that you guys get into. That's exactly why I do it. It's so fun. Good. Feels good.
Good. So good.
Really fun stuff. And I had no idea that was your first IBM. That's the way to make a debut. So Anya, talk about your competition experience. So I want to hear from the competitor, and then we'll talk about the organizers. So if you weren't happy at all, I don't know how your camera is, but right above you, as far as my field of vision, right above you are the people responsible if you weren't happy with how it was set up. But I thought everything went so yeah, you could reach and grab her hair. I thought everything went really smoothly. But talk about your experience there. You went last. You were
yes.
No, you were
last.
You were last. Okay, which is actually kind of a great position to be in.
I'm not so sure. I usually prefer being in the first half because then you're not tripling around backstage and the nerves don't really get to you. But if you're going 8th, that's like
yeah.
But the whole experience went very smooth. I felt everything was very organized, and they asked me what snacks I wanted back then. I said I wanted pretzels, and they actually got me pretzels, so I was very happy about that. Yeah,
VIP.
That was very nice. Yeah, so that was very nice. My only complaint is I didn't want to go last. I would have preferred, but
we could have switched because I have no problem with that. I love going last and like being the last, leaving an impression. I think that's probably one of the best positions to be in. But yeah, you could have told me we could have switched. I was using your table anyway, so
yeah. But I feel like it made it easier that you went first because then I had enough time to like set up and everything. Because I have like liquid and stuff, and if I wet the table, then like
I had liquid too, but I didn't get to it because I ran out of time. But your table, yeah, no, I had so much stuff I was hoping to do, and I had Kella there holding the iPad. And I was like, "Whoop, never mind, going to the end. Forget it. You don't get to see all the cool stuff because I talk too much." And
No.
Too much.
Okay, Anya, just tell me, because normally you entered both the stage and the close-up. You were finalist on the close-up.
Yes.
But last year you did both, didn't you?
Not last year. In 2022, I did both. So my very first IBM, and at 2023, there was only one like youth competition. So it was like, so that's when I competed against Olivia, who was at FISM recently. So when I saw that act, I was like, oh boy, like, oh boy. And then last year I couldn't make it out to IBM, and this year I was only competing in the close-up.
Close-up. Whereas Gino, you've only ever done close-up competition.
Yeah, I'm trying to put something together so I can compete in the stage comp next year.
Perfect.
Fantastic. We like that. Let's put it.
What kind of idea? Like what kind of stage are you thinking? or do you have an idea for it?
I don't really have an idea for it yet, but that's one of my plans because I haven't competed in stage yet, and I know it'll be a totally different experience. So I just want to put something together.
Hula hoops? Does it involve like light up hula hoops maybe?
Yes, it's actually exactly. I'm actually ripping off somebody.
You were inspired?
Named Sean. Yeah.
You're inspired. Actually, you pronounce her name Seen because she wants to be seen.
There we go.
Obviously. That's what I was telling her. That was like, I think I said that when I first met you. I was like, well, that's a great line, right? Yeah. She's like, wah, wah. So
I've done that since kindergarten.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about the competition. Let's talk about the organization of it. And that was your first, this is your first time at the, I thought last year was your first, but you were just kind of shadowing.
Yeah, following around Melody and Oscar as they'd done all the heavy lifting last year, and they were sort of walking us through the process. There's an awful lot goes on behind the scenes in making that happen. But I think we had some good teachers with Melody and Oscar because they've been doing it a fair few years. They had the system well worked out, and they held our hands all the way. Really,
and there's things that that we're open for changing. There's things that we want to talk about. The interesting thing was, you guys, as you were all performing, we had Eric Tate in Italy getting ready for FISM going, hey, what are your acts like? Let's think about 3 years time. And so we have Eric, who's the IBM FISM rep.
Okay.
In Italy.
He was on the text about who was in the
who's in the competition, who have you got as favorites, who have you got who's got potential for the next one. He's
texting you. He was in Italy texting you, worried about this competition when he was at FISM.
We're all continuously thinking of the bigger picture, which is, the American team
using it as a training ground for FISM. So these are the competition acts that we have at the moment. Are the competition acts that are sort of people who are into doing competitions, and hopefully these are the people that will go on and get better and be on a FISM track at some point.
I want to be on the team. I want to at least be the water boy. I mean, as long as I'm on the team, I'll bring people water or pretzels.
No, you can't have pretzels. That's just random. You went into both and the close-up.
I did, yeah. Because I'm in lunatic. I did 3 different competition acts in 2 weeks because I did a totally different act at SAM.
Yeah.
And had I maybe focused on one, I could have operated with like some sleep. That's why I hosted this tonight, just because I wanted you guys to tell me what the hell went on for the first couple of days, because I was like nonstop in my room trying to work on this brand new act, so I missed so much of what was happening.
Well, for us being on the organizer, because we were at 8:30 in the morning going through dress rehearsals for the stage competition, so that was like a whole day gone doing that. So that, again, it's all this background work. The people that organize the convention, some of them, they work incredibly hard to make it all happen, but people never see it.
It was really interesting. I mean, Anya, you guys have all done it. Sean, have you competed? You must have competed.
I have not.
Apparently she doesn't have to, you just show up at your first convention, you're booked on stage, and you can like wow the crowd with lights. It's amazing.
No problems. It was interesting because you had pros on the stage, you had real newbies, you had people who wanted to try new things, who had a big vision of something, and they wanted to, and they brought in a whole group of people to work with them.
And a bicycle.
And then you had some.
We'll talk about the bicycle for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was fantastic. We had people from all over the globe.
People from all over the world as well. We had people flew in from the Czech Republic, especially to do the contest.
We had people from South Africa. We had 2 people from
all the way from South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
People
fabulous.
from China.
And just trying stuff out, some with well-rehearsed routines. It was great. Sean, you got to try a competition. It's the place to be. You hone a good 10 minutes.
It really gets your blood pumping.
I believe it. It
does. Like, nothing make you more nervous than competing in front of a bunch of magicians.
Yeah.
They like already know everything or think they know everything. It's wonderful.
It's a great place to do what you did, though, Michael, and that's experiment.
Did he experiment?
Yes, that was definitely a good word to describe it. But I remember the competitions of years gone by in the IBM in the UK when I was a young beginner magician. And they used to have, and anyone who entered for the competition went through, and it started at 7 o'clock and it went on till the last hour.
Wow, yeah.
One of them was still going on at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's hideous.
The first time I did the competition, I was 14, and you had to do your act 5 times in 5 different rooms.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
And there were no screens, and there was like 100 people in each room.
Yeah.
But look at you now, Gino, performing at the castle, having a summer with.
Look at you a year later. Okay, so speaking of youth, Gino, let's talk about, because we have 2 representatives here that have been part of the Lance Burton Teen Seminar, that have worked with Jeff McBride, that have gone to the IBM early and had like several days where we're peeking in going, what are they doing? What do they get to do? Why do they have pizza? And so talk about that program and the youth and it's amazing because, and you can tell like the excitement, the cheers, they sit together, they really motivate everyone else. Like, you got all these bumps and logs that don't get enough sleep, and then the youth are like pumping everyone up going, yeah, we should be having fun here, this is a magic show. So talk about that program, Gino, and how you're involved with it and why you're excited about it.
Yeah, so I was part of the Lance Burton Teen Seminar for 5 years as a student, which was honestly life-changing for me because I met some of the coolest people, and getting to learn from Jeff McBride and Lance Burton is something that you don't really fathom until after you do it, and then you're like, wow, that was awesome. And getting through the program, Gabriella and I started the same year, and she had this idea to try to bring in more kids because, the kids are the future of magic, and that's what we're trying to look after. Similar to me when I was a kid, the only reason I'm where I am today is because of the magicians that are above me. And that's what Gabriella and I are trying to give to the kids. We bring the kids so that they can do it to the kids after them, and after them. We want to keep magic growing. And I think that's really what it stems from, is just trying to get the kids involved and make it a big place for them.
And what is the age group? Anya's 17. What age do they start? How early can they start?
So it just changed. We changed the age group from 12 to 21 now. So anyone in that age group can come join. It's the 3 days before the convention, and then afterwards it's an hour each day till the convention is done, which is awesome. And we throw in this year. We tried to do something different. We think that because of how IBM is kind of structured, the kids are going to end up seeing a lot of lectures anyway. So this year we really tried to structure it in a way where we could give the kids time to meet each other and make those relationships, because that's really what I took away from the program when I was a kid. So we did a lot of games, and we also introduced them. We did like a little Wizard Wars game where we split them into groups and gave them random props, and then they had to come up with a 5-minute act, with their group. So yeah, Anya participated. Do you want to talk about Wizard Wars? What'd you think?
Okay, so Wizard Wars was definitely an experience. You had like these 5 random props. I don't even remember. There was a napkin,
poker chip, plastic cup,
a Sharpie, I think.
Yeah, a pen and a notepad,
and
something random.
And then you had 20 minutes, and you had to do magic with that, and only those props.
20 minutes? Oh, you mean 20 minutes to prepare?
Yes.
Like not
20 minutes.
Okay, yeah. How long did they give you for the act? 3 minutes?
Yeah, 5. And it was I don't think there was a single group that went over like 2, but it was up to 5. And it was something.
Gabriel, go and hide.
Yeah.
he's gonna walk in. Ready? 3, 2. No. But no, it was one of those things Gabriella and I kind of took a long shot on, because with the junior program, you're getting kids from all different experiences with magic. Some who, this might be their first experience. So getting a kid to participate who doesn't have much experience, it was really cool to see how everyone could collaborate and end up doing some sort of the magic. It's really, really cool.
So we have the Bag of Tricks contest at the PCAM, which is the same kind of concept that I've done several times, and I absolutely love it. I don't know what it is about. I love improv so much, and then combining the two, That's one of my favorite things, to take this bag. There's 10 objects in the paper bag that you then have to dump out, and you get points for each one you use, and you develop an act. And this, of my awards, this is one of my most prized ones, which is the water pitcher from the hotel. Because at the PCM, there's no award for the Bag of Tricks contest. So they hand you the water pitcher off the table. Well, and then I took it. Of course, I took it. Someone gave it to me. And they're like, "You're not supposed to take it." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Well, we just put it back on the table." I'm like, "All right, Canadians, I won this. All right, this is coming home with me, and I'm gonna have it inscribed because I'm very proud of winning the water pitcher from the PCAM." Of course, don't take my prize away from me. They'll handle. I'm sure the hotel's doing fine. So,
now they know where you are.
Now they know where to find me. So you hinted a little bit about lectures. I was curious as to what other parts of the convention were your favorites, or what maybe lectures you attended. Sean, it being your first one, I'd love to know what your impressions are. What really caught your eye at the conventions? Were there any lectures that you attended? Particular acts that were memorable?
Man, I like you, I missed some of it. So I missed like the first couple days. I had an interview that I had to do. But I will say that really it was just meeting the people, the connections that I made, I mean, it felt like summer camp, you make those connections, you find like your people that you are on the same frequency with, and you just feel good about life. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really attend too much. I wanted to see Joan Decor's. That was one that I really wanted to see, was her close-up lecture. So I don't know if any of you guys saw that.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That was probably the highlight. Joan Decor was one of the highlights of the convention for me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wonder.
No. Yeah, no. That was one that I was really looking forward to, but I had to miss that.
You missed it.
Well, I've already spoken to her about doing a podcast of her lecture for the IBM, because
Nice.
we're going to be hopefully doing some professional track lectures on the IBM website. So it's what she gave was such valuable information. So I'm really excited about that.
Excellent.
A little bit.
Now, Sean, what's your background? Your family? You have a family history of magic, or you've been actually the box jumper? You've been cut up and stuff and like squeezed into small places, and your uncle gave you a rabbit.
Yeah.
How did that get started? Like, how do you? Most people like start with a magic kit, and there's very few people that I feel like have generations behind them or like family history.
So the original plan was not to get into magic. That's not
That's most people's original plan. That's usually that is the plan. Actually, it's not an original plan. That's the plan, is you stay away from it.
Yeah. No. I started hula hooping. Actually, it was the hula hoops. I started performing. I grew up in a show town in Branson, Missouri. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. Oh,
sure, yeah.
It's a show town, and
like theater, gas station, everything. Everybody has a theater. I love it.
So I started hula hooping, and then magicians started, and I started meeting people, and then I just got my hoop act in a magic show, started getting into boxes. But my very first box that I ever got in actually was...
Now describe that experience. Is that like the way a cat will just get in a cardboard box and just like feel comfortable? Did you just do it on your own? You're like, this feels right?
Wish. No, not quite. That's when you learn if you're claustrophobic or not. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah.
But did your uncle, did he show you right from the beginning? I mean, your uncle is pretty important.
Yeah, so...
Should we rephrase that? Did your uncle put you in a box that you confine you in a box when you were young? Let's clarify where we're talking
when
about
I was
illusion.
younger, I lived in Colorado. So so I lived in Colorado when I was really, really young. And my dad, which is Mark and Nani's first son, he was a show producer. So he toured shows, and I guess Greg must have had some props that he was touring with, and they ended up staying in our home in Colorado. And so my first memories of magic are really when I was a kid. Was you're not allowed to go into that garage because that's where all the props are. So me and my brothers would break in, and we'd go and we'd climb around in the Azure table, and like we'd play around in these big boxes. And
then
then
you're like somebody vanishing, like, oh well, I had two brothers. I don't know what happened. How old were you at that point?
That's so wrong.
well, anyways.
How sorry, this
No.
how old were you at that point?
I was like 5. I was like,
Oh wow.
I was
Okay, so
little, like 5, 6,
5
7
years old in
years
the
old.
garage bouncing around in different illusions. That's amazing.
Yes. Yeah. And then when my grandparents would visit, it was just a normal thing for your grandfather to pull a quarter from behind your ear, that's normal, right? I didn't
Should
really
be.
realize how, big of a deal my family really was till I was older, till I was probably like late teens. And I went to a Magic Live convention. Actually, it was Magic Live in like 2009, I believe. And I assisted with an illusion that they did in the show. The show was called The Cast Divided, and it was different versions of Sawing in Half. And so we did our train illusion. And it was me inside the box. They did the trick. Everybody left the stage, and then Mark and Nani came on stage, and the whole cast stood up. It gave them a standing ovation, and so then I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Okay, this is a big deal. It's a huge deal." And then I was hooked ever since. Just hooked.
Then
Hoops,
you caught
magic,
the performance bug.
Yep, haven't stopped.
Yeah.
Nice. That's incredible. And that's like a great origin story. Great origin story. Back to any other specific like lectures or parts of the convention that you were able to catch that you remember?
You've got lots of people online from the convention. So David Shaw's there, who won in the competition. Obviously, you've got Stephen Levine, who is the president. He obviously loved the bicycle from Zabrecki. I enjoyed Zabrecki's.
Wait, you mean online in like chat now? Because I wanted to get our first place winner. I didn't have his contact info. And I meant to...
You're not looking on the comments.
No, I can't. That's why I told you I need a moderator. I'm saying hello, everyone.
Oh, there we go.
Oh wait,
hi, Christian.
Oh wait, there's Sean. I see Sean. Sean wants the water pitcher back.
Yeah,
Sean,
we-
hey, this is from Canada. It's amazing. I won it. I know I never talk about my trophies. Okay, so yeah, there's some so the bicycle bar. All right, so here's the story of the bike, and let me
Hold on, Christian's there as well. He competed too. Amazing act, phenomenal. Good to see you, Christian. Keep going.
It was an incredible, both close up and stage, where it was such a variety, so many different types of acts. I mean, what a great lineup of competitors, of people that were nothing alike, all did phenomenal stuff and so unique. Yeah, I thought that was both stage and close up. I was like, wow, this is a pretty stiff competition, because everybody did such an amazing job. And congratulations and thank you. Yeah, there I see David. Congratulations. 3 awards. First in close up. Why are you shaking your head, Gino? He got 3 awards. I saw him.
I know. I'm saying it's crazy. Like,
like I'm right. I saw he walk. He couldn't hold them all. He got
crazy.
First in close up, and then was it first in close up, second in stage? No, yeah, second in stage, and then what was it? Oh, the comedy award, right?
Yeah, comedy award.
Comedy award. Oh wow, well done.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Sorry, go on. Tell them about the bike and Zabrecki.
The bicycle. Yeah. So I brought in. And for those that don't know me, I usually am doing sleight of hand or comedy magic. I pride myself in like hitting the stage at the Chicago Magic Lounge and working from my pockets, no table, no big props. And all of a sudden I decide for the stage competition, I'm going to put together this silent act to music, which involves 3 cast members, a giant pedestal, and other big props and things. And one of them, I thought it'd be really funny if we put Farron on a bike and he just 5 seconds rides across the stage, interrupting me on a bicycle. So we haul this stuff, bring it backstage, and people are like, what's with the bike? And I was just telling people, oh, it's for my close-up act. and it's funny. It's like I'm making a joke. I'm trying to make a joke, and people they're just believing me. I'm like, what are you guys really think of me? They're like, this guy's such a wacko. Of course, it's for his close up. Bicycle cars. Whoop! I don't know. And so I put the bike back there, and then I get a call from Ben Barnes, and he goes, "Hey, is this your bike?" It was a friend of mine who lived in Houston. I was like, "Yeah," and he says, I couldn't hear the name. He goes, "So and so wants to borrow it. Is that okay?" And I said, "Borrow it? What do you for? It's for the act. It's like, you mean borrow like they need a bike?" And he's like, "No, they want to do their intro on the bike." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's for the stage act." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was for a bit. Like, I don't know. He just thought I parked a bike back there." He said, "Oh, I didn't know it was for a bit." Well, I don't want to mess up your bit. Like, if it'll mess up your bit, don't worry about it. And I said, "Give me a second here." And I'm thinking to myself, and then I asked, like, Anya was standing there, my Golden Boy team, and I was like, "Hey, do you think this would mess it up or something? Like, if they saw the bike?" And I'm thinking it won't hurt it. If anything, it will just enhance it. And I realized, like, it's already scripted. Like, there was supposed to be a bike, so now it's like a callback in reverse. And I called Ben, and I was like, "No, use the bike. I think if they recognize the bike, it can only like make my show look even more impromptu of like that I decided to include this bike." And then I said, "Who wants to use it?" He's like, "Zabrecki," because I didn't catch the name the first time. I was like, "Oh, Zabrecki? You don't even have to. Zabrecki can have my firstborn child, but if you can use any of my props, I will adapt to whatever Zabrecki needs to do with whatever props I have brought. It is no problem, by all means." And then let me see we're gonna try to pull this video up, and then I'll tell you about like what happened. So remember, everyone's first. So my act hasn't happened yet, but it's still influencing the convention from the get-go because of the bike. So let's see. This will be. Oh, we're gonna take this off, and
look at this.
This is why we need a moderator, video file, and
you can do it.
I'm doing it. I'm just trying to keep it going, make it casual while I figure it out.
I believe in you, Michael. I believe in you.
And hopefully this is yes. So here's how he entered He almost ran me over. I don't even know if he knew at that point it's my bike. He just wanted to shoot the bike.
We're literally going to use it for 5 seconds. Watch it. I'm going to get you.
We rides around the ground for like 5 minutes, and then during the show, he kept telling people not to touch the bike. Don't touch the bike. And like, even if they weren't even just touch my bike. So it was so obvious what we needed to do because it was only like a 3-second bit. So when Aaron rides it across after everyone had heard this, so here we have this amazing callback, and he goes, and it's so fast. I was going to try to cut the clip of that, but it's so fast anyway. You had to know what the joke was, and the crowd went crazy. You heard them erupt because he goes, "Don't touch my bike." Like he says to Anya, "Don't touch my bike." And just that callback was incredible. Zabrecki had to leave. He had no idea. He didn't see how he influenced the stage act, the competition, because he wanted to use the bike ahead of time. So I love when that kind of stuff works out, and we established this reverse callback just because like, oh, here, there's a bike right there. Great stuff. Yeah, that was fun.
I had another favorite moment of the convention was the Jared Kopf's lecture. Did anyone catch that? I didn't. I mean, I know of Jared Kopf. I've never actually met him or seen him lecture, but the stuff he did on the cups and balls at the beginning was just mind-blowing. I mean, fooling a room full of magicians with the trick that everyone has studied is just an amazing thing to do. But the amount, the multi-leveled misdirection he was employing was fantastic. But yeah,
the cups and balls move he was doing was crazy.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? It was
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Did he rap though while he was doing cups and balls? Because if he didn't do a rap with like a accent, then I'm not that impressed.
Yeah,
but,
it's true.
Well, Gino, what's the move? Show us with mime it. Can you mime it? With
so cups here, balls here. He rolls the ball, puts the cup on top, lifts it up, and the ball's gone.
That looks great.
I know. Did I flash? I don't know. Wait, let me try one more time.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
There you go.
That was even better.
Thank you. Thank you.
But speaking of which, I'll ask you, and you guys be honest, because I could tell in the video, but everybody apparently, live, unless they're just being nice to me. But my final load, I'm pretty sure I flashed. But did you notice? Or I know, well, I don't know if you were paying attention, Keith and Sarah, but
are we talking the final loads on the close-up?
Yeah.
The like big steel ball bearing.
Yeah.
It was like those loads. They do have to be really well choreographed.
Yeah, I felt that at the time. I was like, now's not the time to get lazy. What am I doing? It's just like everything was smooth, and the very last one, I was like, I know I flashed, and I could tell in the video.
But in your head, when you said earlier that you'd run out of time, I mean, it sensed to me that it was like you were rushing that bit. And if you were running out, that's probably what you were doing.
Yeah, probably.
Get to the big productions, and
But that is the joy of her.
You're speaking to someone who has done big productions in chop cups and under hats for years, so it's kind of, you view them differently when you've been doing them for years.
Yeah, true, of course.
They are fantastic moves when you get them just right and the choreography is perfect. There's nothing better. It's a real buzz to do.
Well,
it was great,
and that would be good practice because that's a much smaller version of the act I want to do at the castle. So essentially, that's my castle act, but just cut in half by the time clock. No, get out of there, get in and out. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, I was disqualified at the SAM convention. I mean, who does that? Who goes all the way to compete? There's like $2,500 at stake, and I go over by 30 seconds because I can't get my act timed right, and I just disqualified. That's their rules. So disqualified for going overtime.
Did they hook you off?
Had a blast. It went great, and everybody loved it. And I wasn't gonna not end it. I am not gonna ever just go like, oh, I'm out of time. Sorry, can't find your card. That's not what it's about. You know what I mean? You gotta. There's an audience there that wants to see magic. You show them what you do. You don't just walk off stage. Come on. So that wasn't gonna happen. But
it is a great discipline, Michael, to keep to time. And we're running our theatre. If we went on for too long, reputation would get out there, and people would go, "We don't want to go to the magic soiree." They're going to finish it, whatever.
Yeah. And we've all heard the stories of the good old variety vaudeville days when they said do 7 minutes, you did 7 minutes. You didn't do 7 minutes and 30 seconds, otherwise they'd fine you. And
the audience gets hacked off. They want, they were told they're going to be home by 9:30. They want to be home by 9:30.
Yeah, some people are so,
they just don't care.
Right. And it is definitely a solid practice because, as we know, magicians are notorious for going way over time, making it all about them and not even realizing that they just cut into the other performers' time. And you're supposed to do 15 minutes,
open mic,
45, how did I missed most. I was, I guess, painting something gold. I was the open mic, and there was a bunch of people.
Background on the open mic. I was just
going to say, the idea of the open mic is absolutely, we want to give as many people the chance to perform at the IBM convention as we possibly can.
And this was the first night, right?
That's the second time. But it was the first night. The second time we did it. We did it last year as well.
Yeah.
And I think generally it's a very good idea. I love the concept that we're giving as many people a chance to just get up and do something. Unfortunately, as you said, some people, even people who we said, you are only going to do 5 minutes, aren't you? And they're going, yes, I'm only going to do 5 minutes. And then they go and talk for 5 minutes before they even do the first bloody trick.
And then the first guy did like 16 minutes.
Let's not be specific about people.
However, it did many things. One, it taught us that we need a big light and a hook to bring people up.
We're going to have a light system so people are going to.
And it also showed that people really want to just join in. Yeah. And you got guys on the youth. You stayed up till midnight and you all performed. And it was brilliant.
That's the best thing to say.
Gino closed the open mic.
Yeah, for the two people that were left. It was great.
Oh, it was more than two. But
no, it was great. There were like 20. I was surprised at how many people were still there. People were dedicated to this. It was awesome.
But I think the kids from the teen seminar were some of the highlights of that whole show. They did a terrific. In fact, I've already spoken to Gabriella saying we'll get the kids to do their own section within the show next year.
That's all. They were all so excited. Everyone that participated loved that you guys gave them that opportunity. So I think it's great you guys have it. Like I thought it was awesome.
Can we just do a quick shout out to John LaChance and say, yes, you need to get to this bloody convention, you old git. That's it. Oh, and Sean. Thanks.
And actually, yeah, Sean said just that's what you can do. If you need a hook, grab the one from the pool. That makes sense. You know, because I've seen it happen. We all like the hook thing you'd see like in Warner Brothers, like Bugs Bunny. You don't see it live except for 4F. I'm sure Keith, you've seen it where, you'd go over 7 minutes. Unless you're killing it, you get the hook. I've seen people hooked. They pull them off with the hook.
I've been hooked off at 4F.
You've been hooked?
It was actually part of a gag, so it doesn't
okay.
Really but I was hooked off.
But it was
that
so many people could perform. We kept going for hours.
Yeah.
Blinking out. It was great. And people you would never imagine who never made a fuss at a convention, but they came out of the woodwork. They did their 5 minutes and then they got off. And it meant the world to them. And that's good too. You know, it's inclusive.
Yeah. And we're learning about
Okay, here we go.
It's all new. The whole idea is still new to us.
Oh,
so we're
look at
learning
that.
new stuff. Oh,
John says, I need to get to this convention one year. All right. Well, how about next year? Here you go.
Lewis, John LaChance.
Which St. Louis was awesome. That was the FISM qualifiers so I guess I was there in 2014 and we loved it. It was a blast. We had a great time and went to that museum. What's that museum called in St. Louis? That awesome, like
the St. Louis Museum.
The art museum?
Was it? That would be too easy. I can remember that.
It's called that's what it is. It's a St. Louis art museum.
Yeah.
No.
You see?
There's some kind of name like
I know.
But yeah, it was so interactive.
Like,
we had so much fun
and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you can crawl through like tunnels and everything.
Sounds more like a playground than a museum to me.
Yeah. Anybody know what I'm talking about? The St. Louis. I feel like there's definitely a name for it. But
I don't remember.
And the teens are referenced in the column in the August Linking Ring. So the teen seminar is referenced as well. Thank you, Stephen, for that.
Look at that little picture of Stephen with his little necklace.
I know, isn't that cute?
Oh, yeah. Stephen, you look so cute.
Yeah.
Took you forever to get it on. Ooh, cool logo, but where's the dates? Okay, Sean Farquhar.
Stephen, what's the weirdest outfit you've worn with the necklace? Did you wear it in the shower? Tell the truth.
Sean says, what's the dates? Come on, Mr. Dodon.
Okay. Well, all right. So I didn't design I just found it and decided, I'll be really slick and throw it up there during my talking. Like everybody would be impressed that like, wow, look, this guy's prepared. It doesn't have the dates on it. Okay.
And John says it's the Museum of Illusion.
Wait, I have the link. Hold on. I got the link to the Museum of Illusion. No, I'm telling you, if you say the name, the Museum of Illusion, if you say the name,
the City Museum.
Oh, you know what?
Museum.
I think it's called City.
That's it.
Yep. That's what it was easy. City. I forgot we were in a city. City Museum.
So here's the interesting
thing. Dates for St. Louis.
No, hold them up to the camera.
I have the link to the St. Louis. I'm going to try to put that in chat right now. Let's see if I can make that happen. So let's see if that's the actual link.
Oh, look. Simone even put the link up to the 2020.
Oh, you got it. Here's the link. Okay, so you can register here. You can look up the info, and if we have the dates, that would be great.
July the 21st to the 25th.
July 21st through 25th. Perfect. Okay, so there you or one of these links should be right. So I would probably use the one Simone put. I don't know what I grabbed there, but it's a link to something. So but yeah, use the one Simone probably knows better. Use the one that Simone put up there.
I think we're on the early bird special price at the moment, if I remember rightly. So if people register for next year's convention now, they get it at a very good price.
And
what that very good price is, I can't remember.
And there will be a competition, and the dates are going to be open. No, 1 January, so you can apply to the competition.
Yeah, I'm just going to give a plug to the contest next year, because the contest is again people's chance to shine, and really people should start thinking about it now. I know I first spoke to you about it a long time ago, Michael, and I think you started thinking about it a couple of weeks before the competition.
Oh, yeah.
But to think about it in advance and actually have some dry runs, there are places where you can actually go out. If you say you're working on a competition, there are people that will give you a spot in their shows and things like that, because there are a lot of people out there that really want to encourage, the new breed of magicians to get involved in competition magic, because it's huge.
I have a picture of next year's winner because I'm a magician and I can tap into the future. So if you want to see, this is a picture of next year's winner of the competition and how excited she is about it.
Oh my God, I wear the same glasses. That's appalling.
You mean you wear those?
Well, no, that's I would, if you had the exact same outfit, that would have been strange. I mean, glasses. Come on, how many different? Everybody wears the same glasses. But yeah, for a second there, I thought, wait a minute, did I pull a picture? You have the exact same outfit, but no, your necklace is different.
You don't wear the same glasses.
I recognize Keith because of his shirt. It's fine.
Check which shirt I was wearing. Then I could have just looked at the screen in front of me, but no, I had to look at the shirt.
I love it. Yeah, that was great.
Can I just say, Sarah and Keith, this was the best competition I've seen at all my years at IBM. It was so fantastic. The caliber and the acts you guys had as the finalists were so good this year.
Definitely.
It's 100% down to the organizers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which makes
I believe it. I believe it.
It was a great competition. It makes you really proud if you actually won an award. High five, Anya. High five.
High five.
You got to go up to the corner. You got to go by.
Okay.
No,
there you go.
No, where you don't see me past Gino's
Here.
face.
Keith, here you go.
Corner.
There, yeah. No, Sarah.
All right, that's
Sarah. There you go. And then wait,
close.
we got Sean.
Oh.
Wait, where's my hand?
I don't know. I mean,
High five. So Anya won the People's Choice Award. So in that time she was actually in the competition. It wasn't just presented a plaque for no reason.
Sure.
And so, and I will be visiting you. Cool. I was halfway there. I was halfway to South Africa, so I went all the way up to Nantucket last weekend. So that's about from New Orleans to South Africa. I think Nantucket is halfway. I don't know geology. Anyway, so I don't know. It's probably from here, everything.
Michael, though, however much we take the mickey, is that an American phrase?
I know that's an English phrase.
Oh, okay, well,
nobody knows what it. That actually means you're probably wired right now. If you took a Mickey before the show, I don't think you should have done that. She's not going to get any sleep. Sorry, go ahead.
Different Mickey. The point is, however much we teased you about Golden Boy, you did get the Award of Merit on the close-up.
Yes.
And you did really well.
Golden Boy won a silver medal.
Were to actually being the winner, but I have no idea, so I can't.
Jeez.
Wait, what? Hold on. Because I showed my picture on you. You don't have yours on you. You can't pull it. Let me grab it.
Okay, but I have goldfish.
We have some goldfish.
I have goldfish right over here.
As an award.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that Sean Raiders? Is Sean Raider there?
No.
Oh, okay, forget it. You've got a little plaque.
I didn't have one like this yet. I have two of the big, the big gold statues. I have two of those. I didn't need another one of those. I didn't have one like this yet, but I like it because it doesn't say, there's nothing on it that says second place, or so nobody know. Muggles don't know it. They're like, ooh, fancy. They don't know. So yeah, it's beautiful. The IBM was great. Houston, Texas, nice. Yeah, it's bigger than Anya's. It's a lot bigger than hers. So
the juniors loved the random
money. She got more money than me.
The juniors loved the random gold items that were circulating throughout the convention.
So that was really fun. We were trying to keep it a secret. It was a brand new act. Nobody's seen it before. I'm still kind of keeping it a secret because the concept is great. And there's 10 years before the next FISM. So that's a lot of time to figure stuff out. So part of the sort of like marketing strategy was, and just because I was having fun and fumes with all I literally was painting stuff in the hotel room. Like they walked in and they're like, how long have you been in here? And I'm like, what's going on? Because there was no other place to do it. So I'm spraying the acrylic gold paint on everything in the hotel room.
I can't confirm. It was something.
And at one point I was like, okay, I should probably take a break, go get some air. But then started spraying other things, objects. We had like golden thumb tip, a golden foot, a golden screw, a golden cigarette, and they were passing out saying, I got this from Golden Boy. Who's Golden Boy? I don't know. Pass it on. And so these gold objects are floating around. People's like, who's Golden Boy? And the kids loved it. They were going crazy trying to figure out who Golden Boy was. The kid in the top hat, the kid was
Yeah.
always wearing the top hat. Like he was going nuts. He
Lincoln.
ran up. He's like,
Lincoln.
"They're Golden Boy." Like secret identity.
It's nothing. secret.
You want to announce?
Yes.
It's showtime for Anya.
Yeah.
Ah.
The audience is coming in 5 minutes, so I gotta.
All
And
right.
unfortunately, I can't because
That's
cameras aren't
exciting.
allowed in other parts of the castle. I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to hop off too.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
thank you so much for having us on. It's really an honor, and I really appreciate you having
Hey.
us on. And thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's so good to talk to you guys as well. Oh,
That was
Oh,
fun.
why didn't I go on? Can I
What
go on?
did you just? What kind of magic and what kind
Whoa.
of witchcraft is happening?
it's
How are you?
it's Anya's
doing this?
it's Anya's new competition act
That's
that
part
she's
of your
gonna win.
How did you? I can't. Mine's not working. Did I not do the heart right?
There you go.
Hey.
You can
What?
compete under youth next year because you're still under 21, aren't you?
Seriously,
Yeah.
how are you doing this? This is freaking me out. Like, are those? Is that real heart? Is that real pedals? What is happening?
Wow.
You knew that would work. It's just
No, I had no clue.
Get another
like
one?
that we are in the future, and you just these guys,
Yay!
I'm freaking out. They just accept it, like, oh, this happens. It's this is who we are. We're in the future. We're young. We make hearts appear everywhere. That's how things work in our world. And I'm like, what did you do? How did you even
Fism, watch
understand
out.
this? That's magic.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's
if you do
freaking
that on
magic.
stage at FISM, that would be brilliant.
That'd be
I-
great. Can you just before you go? Can you wave at Hannah Farquhar?
Hi,
Oh,
Hannah.
Hi.
Hannah's here.
Good to see you,
Hannah spells
Hannah.
her name. Hannah spells her name both ways because she's dyslexic. She can spell it forwards and back because she's dyslexic. Anyway, so she's that's Sean's joke. That's Sean makes that joke all the time. So thanks guys so much. You guys have a wonderful time at the castle. That's amazing. And actually, we need to wrap up anyways. That's perfect timing. We'll let you go and wow the crowd. We know they're gonna love you.
Fingers crossed.
You're in a dream
Yes.
location. Enjoy. And
Thank you
thanks
so
for being
much.
here, and we'll close out in a
Bye.
moment. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Tino
Bye.
and Anya. The future of magic right there. The future of magic. And now we know exactly what's happening. You can just make random things appear out of your hands. No training, no practice. I don't know how they can do it. We can't. Okay, see, there's a trick to it. None of us. Why? None of us can do it.
I think it was
Yeah.
her. I think it was her iPhone. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
What?
Sure.
Oh, because she connected with it. Oh, maybe. Okay.
But
We're
mine
all-
should do it too.
I'm on a computer. Are you on a computer?
I'm on my phone. It should work.
You're on your phone?
Have you got
Yeah.
your?
Try
have you
do
got-
this. Sean, blow through it. Blow in it. Is
Oh.
you have to blow them out?
No,
You-
I don't think
okay,
so. It's
Just
worked
grab some red
before,
paper. Do it like your uncle showed you. Right? Grab some red paper. Pull it out from behind my ear.
I have confetti somewhere around here.
I was thinking that maybe it had to be against something darker because he was wearing black. And
I don't
but
know.
no, it's like, you know,
It
but I'm
should
not I'm on
work.
the computer, so it's,
It
I
does
can't.
work sometimes if I'm FaceTiming someone, but
I know in chat, like everybody can make little hearts appear, so go for it. But that's not special. Anybody can do that. Wow. All right. Well, Gino did a trick. That's his opening for his new competition act that he's doing, that he's working on. Cool. All right. So I had one quick question, but then we can wrap up with anything you want to say as we close it out. And hopefully we got everybody excited about 2026 because you can tell that this is an exciting. Here's how you can tell it was an exciting time, and we obviously had a great time. Don't know what was happening. I think that was when Lady Sarah saw Zabrecki on the bike and was like, "Wow." Anyway, so I was gonna ask you, Sean, if you had done the open mic, what would you have done for the open mic, and would it involve the bunny?
oh man, I wish. Honestly, this
Do you
rabbit.
do a
is-
trick with the bunny, or is it just a pet?
He's done a lot of magic. He's done a
Hmm.
lot of magic. But he's older now. He's probably retired.
Do you classic force the rabbit?
He's
You know, it's easy. It's even easier. I do it with my cat, but it's even easier with bunnies. It's amazing. You should try it.
We've got lots of boxes. We have lots of I just ran into Andrew Goldenhirsch and he does the rabbit from from his
hair.
I'm like, ooh, I love that. That's one of my favorite things ever.
So cool.
It is
Yeah.
And the butterflies. His
Yeah.
butterflies.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. His stuff's incredible. And I love that. Like nobody's gonna suspect that. Like all of a sudden, it's like a chicken on your head
love
or
it
a
so
rabbit in your
much.
hair. So good. Well, this was awesome. Thank you so much. I know Lady Sarah and Keith have been here before. Sean, I want to bring you back. We'll talk even more. I would love to delve more into your history, and how you ended up at Hogwarts. And we need to let Lady Sarah go because she's got to go find her tortoise in England because it's lost and everyone else is going to think it's a turtle. So, oh, what was his name? What was his name? Tool.
Tort.
Tort. So the tortoise named Tort and the bunny named Bunny, and we already said goodbye to the fish named Fish. So you can just I'm your host. You can call me host. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks guys for being here for something up my sleeve. We'll say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll remind you about the convention. I'll pull you back up for a proper goodbye after I end stream. So hold on one second. Remove. Thank you so much. This has been something up my sleeve. This is the old convention information. So stay tuned for it's in July, St. Louis 2026. So you can have fun with all these awesome people and take part of it and as well. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time on Something Up My Sleeve. That was what was up my sleeve. It's mine now, Sean.